Right. Hey everybody, it's Matt from Britical Saiyans here, and today I'm going to show you my Towa deck profile. So for those who don't know what Towa does, she's an activate main, you burst 3, so you middle top 3 cards of your deck. You then look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and you add a mirror or foe from them to your hand, and then you shuffle the rest back. And obviously you shuffle your deck. The awakening is if you've got 10 or more black cards in your warp, you draw a card, switch an energy card to active mode and flippity. Over to the awakened side, so Towa Chaos Bringer. So you want to try and get to this side as quickly as possible. Turn 2, you want to try and aim for it because of her first. Well, she's got an activate main and she's got an activate battle. So the activate main, you once per turn, you choose 3 black cards in your warp, place them in your drop area, and then you choose a mirror to gain crit. She then has, it's only for the turn anyway, so it's fine. And then you got activate battle once per turn. You pay 1 energy, you discard a card from your hand, and then you choose one of your opponent's battle cards keyword and remove it. So like barrier, for example. So that's the leader for you. So for the extra cards, we only have 1 extra card for the deck, and it's the negate choice of Power Burst. So you got 4 Power Burst for the deck. So it's pay 1. Yes, it is a sparking one, but likelihood of actually pulling off the sparking, yeah, not really going to happen. So you negate the attack, and then you get to get a black card. You can only choose 1 black card from your warp or drop with the energy cost of 1 and add it to your hand. Okay, on to the 1 drops where I can, if I just get them all to my hand, that would be useful. There we go. Right, I'm just going to rearrange that slightly because I'll throw myself off otherwise. Okay, so start the battle cards. We got 2 copies of Supreme Time Disruptor. So cost 1, it's a counterplay, so you don't actually negate the attack, but you still play this out. And then your opponent's battle cards range cost 2 or less, can't attack for the duration of turn, and when you play her you get to draw a card. The second one for the 1 drops is Towa Space Time Unleashed. Cost 1, 5k. When you play this card, you look at the top 7 for a mirror or a mass Saiyan, add it to your hand, and then put the rest back in shuffle. And then for the last of the 1 drops, we've got a little Doki Doki package. So Doki Doki Time Creator. When you play this card, you place it on top of your deck. You then choose a battle card with 3k power from your deck, play it, and then shuffle your deck. So for me, I've gone with Dende, Cronoa, and Kami. Yes, Cronoa is pointless because it's Shigesh, but it still draws you a card. Dende for against the Veku ramp decks and anybody who uses objection, and then Kami for the board presence. Get to kill the board, and if I can get all of those right. So onto the 2 costs. We got the super combo for deck, which is you've got 5 or more cards in your warp, you get to activate it, and that's how you draw the card. And a 10k power. And then the other 2 cost one was a tech choice for us, but Jonah's the one who pointed this one out. So this is Gravy and Demigrose for all. When you attack or combo with this card, if your leader card is black, you choose 2 cards in your warp and place them in your drop area. So that was a Jonah idea, which is actually very good, real helpful actually. Nice to fuel up the drop a bit during your opponent's turn, ready for you to come back to your turn. So onto the 3 cost one, we've got Time Patrol Trunks. Overwhelm 3, when you play this card with Overwhelm, you look at the top 2 cards of your deck, you add 1 to your hand, and you can put the other one on top or bottom. And then we got 2 copies of Relentless Destruction Mirror. Overwhelm 3, auto. When you play this card with Overwhelm, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and places it in the drop area. And then for the last of the 3 drops, we got 4 copies of Dark Absorption Mirror. So this is Overwhelm 3, Union's all for 4. You place a Towa from your warp underneath this card, and then you get a 7-cost mirror from your warp or your drop, and from the warp or your hand, and play on top. Like your drop. Onto the 4 costs. Got 2 copies of Umbral Invitation Towa. So this is Dark Overrealm for 4, pay 1. So Dark Overrealm you have to send only black cards, but the whole deck's black anyway, so it's fine. And then auto, when you play discard, you choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and you cost 3 or less, and gain control of it. So use Towa to get rid of things like, well, barrier, and then steal it with Towa. She is also a target for the Dark Absorption. And then we got 2 copies of Bardock Awakened Instincts. This is from the Anniversary set. So this is 4 cost, Overrealm 4. When you play with Overrealm, you draw 2 cards and then discard a card. So you get 1 card back in drop to try and set up for your next Overrealm. It's also a Bardock Xeno, which will make sense later in deck profile. And then we got 2 copies of the Desperate Onslaught Bardock. So 4 cost, Overrealm 5, critical. When you attack with it, your opponent can't combo with, well, can't have a blocker, and they can't combo with cards in their battle area. So they can only stop with a negate or cards in their hand. Okay, on to the 5 costs. Got 2 copies of Dimensional Banisher Fu. So this is 5 cost with Overrealm 5 by paying 1. Double Strike. When you play this card with Overrealm, you choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and send it to their warp. So spot removal. And we got 1 copy of Last Saiyan. Overrealm 5, pay 1. He has Double Strike. When you're playing with Overrealm, you choose up to the entry cost of 5 or less from your opponent's battle area, send it to the warp, but you can't choose anything with blocker. So it's board removal without choosing blocker. And then we've got 2 copies of the SS3 Bardock Power Unleashed. So this is a tech choice that I went with, hence the fact that we got the 2 different Bardock Xenos. So this is a Xeno Evolve for 5 to the Bardock Xeno, and then it has Triple Strike, and then when a card evolves into this, it sends all your opponent's battle cards to the warp in the battle area. So it doesn't target, doesn't do anything like that, it's just straight up send, so it gets around barrier, blocker, all that kind of, well, yeah, barrier. I think it gets around, I can't remember the words of Indestructible. Jonah doesn't get around Indestructible, I can't remember the wording of it. Jonah is here, by the way. I can't remember the wording.
Well, it says it can't be removed or targeted by opponent's effects or battles, so...
When a card involves this guy, if your leader card is black, you may choose 5 cards. Oh yeah, sorry, I should probably mention that bit as well. You choose 5 cards from your warp and put them into your drop. If you do so, you send all your opponent's battle cards to their warp.
I think it...
I can't remember Indestructible's wording. That's the problem, because it just sends it. It doesn't do any form of... They just go.
I think it was 1 card that could get around it, but...
I can't remember Indestructible's wording. If anybody can remember the wording or whatever, or just wants to look it up,
help us clarify it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does, because it doesn't... It's just straight up removal. It doesn't... I know it gets around barrier, because obviously barrier's chosen and it doesn't choose. It's also good because it fills your drop back up with 5 cards. Yeah, sorry. Let's move on to the next card now before we keep rambling. So we got 4 copies of Mirror Self Reformation. Yeah, I think so. If I got that wrong, my bad. So he costs 5, but he's got Double Strike, Union Azure. You choose 1 Towa in your warp, you place it under this card. If your leader card is Towa or Android, which obviously it is, you choose the 7-cost mirror from your deck and play it on top of this. But because it's a Union, you can't swing with this guy first for his Double Strike and then do it. So, but he's got a nice little effect. Well, got Deflect, and then the best part about him other than the really good Union Absorb, is his permanent, where if you've got 10 or more cards in your, well, 10 or more black cards in your warp, you can come out for a 4 cost instead. So that's why you want to try and awaken turn 2 or 3 with that. So then turn 4 you play this, and then you can get your mirror out on turn 4 hopefully. Onto the 7 costs. We got 3 copies of Mirror Creator Absorb. I would like this to be a 4 of in a deck, but I can't get hold of 4. So anyway, so we got the Maricruz. Oh, I was gonna say Mirror, man. It's like, wait, that's the wrong one. So we got overall for 4, pay 1, has deflect, so your opponent can't do cold bloodlust and stuff like that onto it. And then he has an auto, when you play it using the Union ability, so the 5-1 or the 3-cost 1, your opponent chooses 3 cards from the hand and sends them to the warp, and then he has double strike. And then his other auto is when he attacks, he gains 5k power for each card in the warp. So big power. And then we got 2 Scientist Fu. So this is Overwhelm for 7, pay 1. That's double strike. When you play it with Overwhelm, you draw 2 cards. And then I just knocked my deck box over. For the last card of the deck, this is from the anniversary set. So this is the Fu, the Dark Banisher. It has triple attack. So 1, 2, 3. 25 beat stick. Overwhelm with 8, cost 4. Yes, very high cost, but it is worth it because of his permanent. Your opponent can't activate skills unless they choose 1 card in hand and send it to the wall. So they can't use negate unless they want to get rid of a card. They can't use super combo unless they want to get rid of a card. They can't pseudo combo unless they want to get rid of a card. You get my point. If they want to empty their hand, they can do stuff. So there you go, guys. That is my Towa deck profile. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Just like to throw this out. I don't have time regulator, okay? That is why it's not in here. If I had it and I had a place of it, all 4 of it would be in this deck. Just so you know, I just don't have it, which is why we worked with what we got. Alright, so thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.